Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so let's go to this beautiful sutta. There was a nun in the time of the Buddha, and that nun had some attachment towards the chief attendant monk of the Blessed One. Okay, so this nun was thinking in a wrong way, and defilements arose in her mind, like it happens to all of us, right? And then she was doing the unwise consideration, so she could not control her emotions, her feelings, and so that's the background story. Okay, can somebody please read?
So I have heard. At one time, Venerable Ananda was staying near Kosambi in Gosita's monastery. And then a certain nun addressed a man. Please, mister, go to Venerable Ananda and in my name bow with your head to his feet. Say to him, sir, the nun named so and so is sick, suffering and gravely ill. She bows with her head to your feet. And then say, sir, please go to the nun's quarters to visit that nun out of sympathy. Yes, ma'am, that man replied, and he did as the nun asked. Ananda consented with silence. Then Ananda rose up and went to the nun's quarters to visit that nun, taking his bow and robe. That nun saw Ananda coming off in the distance. She wrapped herself up from head to foot and laid down on the cot. Then Venerable Ananda went up to her and sat down on the seat spread out. Then Ananda said to the nun.
Okay, so as before Ananda Thero, the chief attendant monk of the Buddha, before he went to the nunnery, he didn't know. He didn't know that there was a problem. Something wrong is going on here. He didn't know. He genuinely went there to bless the nun and to share the Dhamma with her because Anandabandhi thought she was sick, and the monks have the permission. Monks are allowed to go to the nunneries and share the teachings. Okay, but as soon as Venerable Ananda Thero approached the nunnery where she was in, Anandabandhi noticed that the defilements have overcome this nun. So now, out of compassion, Venerable Ananda Thero is teaching the Dhamma. Okay, who is going to read next?
Ante, may I?
Okay, Harry.
Sister, this body is produced by food. Relying on food, you should give up food. This body is produced by craving. Relying on craving, you should give up craving. This body is produced by conceit. Relying on conceit, you should give up conceit. This body is produced by sex. The Buddha spoke of breaking off everything to do with sex. This body is produced by food. Relying on food, you should give up food. This is what I said. But why did I say it? Take a mendicant who reflects rationally on the food that they eat, not for fun, indulgence, adornment, or decoration, but only to sustain this body, to avoid harm, and to support spiritual practice. In this way, I shall put an end to all discomfort and not give rise to new discomfort, and I will live blamelessly and at ease. After some time, relying on food, they give up food. That's why I said what I said.
Okay, good. So there are 4 Dhamma themes here. First one is, so that nun developed this lust or attachment towards another body, right? Because she didn't know the true nature of the body. Remember, we practice the meditation, contemplation on body, the beginning part of this program. It is to understand the true nature of body, right? This body is made up of 4 great elements and nothing else, right? There's no ownership, no control over it, and it will decay and go back to the 4 great elements, right? So that's the insight we develop to understand the true nature. So like that, when the true nature is realized, these defilements are going to go away and the true peace is going to come in. Why this nun is suffering now? Why is she burning with lust, burning with craving? Is because she doesn't understand the true nature of this body. And now this Kalyana Mitra, the spiritual friend, is helping her to understand the true nature of this body. And one of that true nature is this body is produced by food. And there is a path to understand. It's called relying on food. You should give up food. So give up food means give up craving for food. Okay, please understand that. So, how to give up craving for food? Because as long as, okay, there are supporting factors for the continuance of this existence. Continued existence means we receive bodies again and again. Don't you understand? One reason for our suffering is the body. The body ages, we suffer. The body gets sick, we suffer. The body is the reason for accidents, we suffer. The body is the reason for many, many pains, and we suffer, right? And so, what is why we receive bodies again and again? It's because of craving. One reason is craving for food we eat. There's a very big news. So as long as we have craving for food, guaranteed, we will receive countless bodies. And all the bodies will age, get sick, die, endless. Okay? And people will shoot because there is a body. They can shoot. People will stab because there is a body. That's how the suffering is created. So there is a way to end craving for food. Then the future bodies will be stopped. So this is the way Venerable Ananda Thero, from the teachings of the Buddha, teaches the way to end craving for food. What is the end? What is the path? When we eat food, when we consume food, do this reflection from in your mind, this wise reflection. What is the reflection? I am eating this food not for fun. Okay? Not for indulgence, not for physical beauty, adornment, not for bodybuilding, not for decoration. There's a purpose of this eating. What is the purpose? Only to sustain this body, to avoid pain of hunger, and to support the spiritual practice.
So does that mean no ice cream?
Huh?
Does that mean no ice cream?
No, you can eat anything. But the wise consideration is what matters. You can eat meat, you can eat delicious food, you can eat from 5 stars, 7 stars hotels, doesn't matter. It's the wisdom inside while you are eating. And that is called relying on food. You give up craving for food. Because you think about the same food, but that helps you to stop suffering. That's the meaning. Okay, and this is the common chanting we use in during our programs. If you check the Pali,
Before we take our lunch.
yeah, see here, Patisankaya Yoniso Aharang Ahareti, right? Neva Davaya, na Madaya, na Mandanaya, na Vibhushanaya, Yavadeva Imasakaya, Satithya Yapanaya, Vingsu Paratiya, Brahmacharya, Nungahaya. Remember the chanting? That's the chanting. It comes directly from the suttas, okay? Okay. Now you know how to abandon craving for food, relying on food, right? So, okay, we will continue this studying the sutta next Saturday. Sadhu, sadhu. So the daily sutta reading. Anybody subscribe to daily sutta reading? What is the topic this month?
Faith.
Faith and
Yeah,
confidence.
faith and confidence. You're going to read beautiful suttas about about how to develop faith in the Buddha. Do you know how to go to previous topics?
The archives.
Yeah,
From the
daily sutta reading.
daily garden.
Yeah, the very first one you get. See here. Browse through the previous month's topics.
Mm.
That's how you go to the previous. So this month, August, faith.
Faith.
And some people have lots of questions about the Mara, right? They should go to the July topic. Because that's the topic. So you get to read 30 discourses on that topic. Actions and the results. This is karma and vipaka.
Mm.
June topic. May is the Buddha's enlightenment. So it's about the Buddha. April, Arahant Sariputta. 30 discourse about just about Arahant Sariputta. Virtue, Dhammapada, meditation, similes, wisdom. And some people are curious about hell, ghost world. So this is the topic. This is about monks, monastics, and monastic life. This is about lay people. Sense pleasures, Noble Eightfold Path. Buddha, the chameleon harmony, anger and hatred. 30 discourses about anger, how to remove anger, how to control anger. Stream entry, the first stage of enlightenment. If you like to learn about how to attain first stage of enlightenment, in 30 discourses you get to learn lots of things. Gods, about gods, speech, giving, death, loving kindness. Versus, this is Thera Gata. Listen to them. Is that amazing? That Buddha has talked about all these topics. This is just a handful of them. Handful of the topics.
I like the videos on the
The YouTube
sorry?
YouTube channel.
Yeah, on the Mahanav YouTube channel. There's so many.
Yeah, some people like to watch. Yeah, here, right? Yeah, we have different Bhantes preaching. This is Bhante from Washington.
It's with the class. My name is Revatha, but you can just call me
Amit Revatha
Bhante.
Bhante.
So I'm Bhante Revatha. Okay, so first,
And he's doing a retreat here in October. Yeah, we have many discourses, videos doing different Bhantes.
And also on SoundCloud,
Yes,
so many.
audio, right? Audio talks. Yeah. But when you compare with the wrong Dhamma available, this like right Dhamma
Yeah,
is
it's night and day.
is very few Dhamma talks compared to the mass videos of on wrong Dhamma.
Yeah, like I remember was on the Maha made now a channel on like that. They have all the different playlists on SoundCloud.
And there are some fake videos as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. Remember in
from Maha now.
no, they take Mamena Bhantes
Uh-huh.
for the video, but the sound is somebody else.
Really?
Yeah. You know, they
Thanks.
use the AI. Yeah.
Change the face a little bit.
Really?
You know that Mahinda Siri Bhante, the very famous.
The Bhante famous on TikTok, the English talks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody made a fake video using his face.
Battery.
And
And then he was saying something good first, and then at the end he slipped a little bit of non-Dhamma. So if you don't know the true Dhamma, you don't know.
True Dhamma very rare. Okay, do you remember the sutta we were studying?
Yes,
About
the nun.
yeah, where is it?
Bhikkhunīsutta.
Yes, I remember, but how to go there? Is it in long discourses, middle in discourses, linked discourses, number discourses, where? So these are the number of suttas. See this on top of the top right corner? In the length discourses, Digha Nikaya, you read 133 discourses.
It's Anugattra Nikaya 4.159.
Okay.
Bhikkhu Sujata's translation.
So in the
about the
Majjhima
nun.
Nikaya, you get
It
to
says
read
Anugattra Nikaya.
97 discourses. In the Samyutta Nikaya, you get to read 3,125 discourses. See that? It's like that. So when you collect them, like total, you get 18,000. And this is some suttas, maybe the repetitive suttas are not counted here. So that's, you get all the suttas. So we got a numerical discourses, number discourses, Anguttara Nikaya, and what's the number of the book? So there are different numbers here. Book of the ones, book of the twos, threes, fours, fives, sixes, sevens, eights, nines, tens, 11s. What's the number?
Is it the Book of Fours?
Book of the Fours.
4.159?
Yeah, when you see the number 4 point, then that means Book of the Fours.
Book of the Fours.
Okay. Okay, now it's getting more hard. Which chapter? Which is called
four-
Khandasa. So first 50, second 50, third 50, fourth 50. Which 50? Okay, so this is how it works. So now our search is for 159, right? This is the number, Sutta number, right? Okay. And we have first 50. See here? Second 50. Third 50. Where? Where is 159? Fourth 50. Now we go here, fourth 50. Oh, still. Share the screen? Oh. Sorry, apologize. Okay, so now we are on these different chapters. But here you see some numbers. Can you see the numbers? See the numbers. What is our number? 1, 5.
59.
Where is it? Which chapter?
The first
Chapter on
one that you have
faculty.
there.
See that? There
Yeah.
are discussions between 151 and 160, right? So our number is inside that. Okay, we go here. See that? Now you have the numbers. 151, 152. We go all the way to the last one. No, it's not the last one. One before. Here. None. We finally found it. Amazing, right? And we only need English translation, so we select plain. Go to weaves. We should be grateful to those Bantes and the team who work very hard on these translations and websites. Okay, so we pay homage to the Blessed One. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu. We pay homage to our teacher, Luke Swaminathan. Sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, if you remember the beginning of the sutta, and there Ananda Bhante was teaching the Dhamma to a nun who first overcame from sense desires and some delusion. So then, out of compassion for her, Venerable Ananda Thero, the chief attendant monk of the Buddha, taught this beautiful Dhamma. So when you read the discourses, you get to read the discourses given by the Buddha, the discourses given by the Arahant monks, the discourses given by the Arahant nuns, the discourses given by the other monks who are not yet Arahants, like Arahant Ananda Thero. He was not an Arahant then, just extreme enterer. Sometimes some discourses are by the Devas, some are from Brahmas, but in the end, Buddha would approve them. And some discourses from male lay followers, some discourses from female lay followers. That's how you get all the 18,000 discourses started. Okay, so what is the first Dhamma teaching here? Given by Venerable Ananda Thero. This body is produced by food. Relying on food, you should give up food. So that's the number one. relying on food, give up food. And we discussed about that, right? Just Ananda Thera, Venerable Ananda Thera explained the meaning of it. So when you take meals, you do this reflection. What is the reflection? I eat this food not for fun, not for indulgence, not for adornment, not for decoration, but only to sustain this body, to avoid the feeling of hunger, and to support spiritual practice. You have that wise reflection in your mind while you are eating. Seems like simple, right? But it helps you immensely to cut off the craving for food. So you don't focus on those unnecessary thoughts connected with sense desires. So now we have these beautiful instructions, and now we just need to use them. What is the second Dhamma thing taught by Venerable Ananda Thero? Relying on craving, you should give up craving. So that's the second one. So last time we discussed that when you do this food reflection, that doesn't mean that you give up eating. You give up craving. Still you eat, but you give up craving. But it happens gradually. And that is a good thing, because some people do evil things because of this craving for food. They steal, they kill others, they use intoxicants, and then after that, they'll be reborn in miserable realms. And the base was craving for food. So this wise reflection helps you to gradually abandon that craving for food. That means many unwholesome qualities you would otherwise do would be abandoned. Second one, relying on craving, give up craving.
Up, give up.
Huh?
First,
How to do this? Venerable Ananda Thero explains. This body is produced by craving. Relying on craving, you should give up craving. This is what I said. But why did I say it? Take a person who hears this. They say that the monk named so and so has realized the undefiled freedom of heart and freedom by wisdom in this very life. In other words, a certain monk hears about another monk that the monk named so and so has attained arahantship. He has attained the goal of the spiritual path, and he has ended suffering. He is now an arahant. And then this monk thinks, oh, when will I too realize the undefiled freedom of heart and freedom by wisdom in this very life. When will I too realize the arahantship? It's like a good craving. After some time relying on craving, that monk also gives up craving. So that's, we normally don't use the word craving for that. We say desire for attaining enlightenment. That's a good desire. But according to this sutta, you can understand that there are good cravings as well. That you can call that a good craving. What is your craving? Where is it leading? Your craving. Because now you have a craving to realize enlightenment. And because of that, you have to do lots of good things. So now your craving helps you to cultivate lots of wholesome qualities, to keep precepts, to meditate, to remove anger, to develop the Noble Eightfold Path. See, this good craving takes you in a good direction. And eventually you complete the practice and you see complete abandonment of craving.
But is it the same as grasping?
It's a good grasping. Doesn't matter. Because eventually it takes you to the enlightenment. We can check. Some people like Pali. Tanha sambhuto ayam bhagini kayo tanha nissaya. Tanha pahata bhati itiko panetang utat uttam kinchetam paticca uttam. Idha bhagini bhikkhu sunati Itannamo kira bhikkhu asavanang khaya anasavan ceta vimuttin panya vimuttin dittheva dhamme sayang abhinya saccikatta upasampajja viharati. Tassa evam hoti. Then the other monk thinks, Kudassuna mahampi asavanang khaya anasavan ceta vimuttin panya vimuttin dittheva dhamme sayang abhinya saccikatta upasampajja viharasami. So aparena samena tannang nissaya tannang pajahati. Same word. Tanha. So, no argument anymore. Don't ask me why is the craving for enlightenment, is it bad? Isn't that bad? Don't ask me again. This sutta teaches you there is no harm of thinking, oh, if they attain enlightenment, why can't I? So I also should be able to do that. So let me do the same. And that craving leads you to end of craving one day. So now is the opportunity for us to remove bad cravings and fill our life with good cravings. Now we can make an effort to remove the craving for movies, craving for food, right? Craving for songs, craving for money, craving for power. To abandon those cravings and fill with good cravings, craving for generosity, craving for precepts, craving for meditation, craving for the Noble Eightfold Path, craving for the stages of enlightenment. It's very clear. So that is the second Dhamma theme. Third one, this body is, Venerable Anantara explained, this body is produced by conceit. Relying on conceit, you should give up conceit. That is the third one. So that means you can use craving in a good way. You can use conceit in a good way. You know the conceit, ego. How to use ego in a good way? Okay. And Anantero explains. Mano, okay? Mano, Manang Nisaya Mano Pahatabu. Mana means conceit. What is the Pali word for food?
Ahar.
Ahara. Ahara. Pali word for craving. Tanha. Pali word for conceit. Mana. And that's also a beautiful Dhamma teaching. Here, this body is produced by conceit. Relying on conceit, you should give up conceit. This is what I said. By why did I say it? Take a mendicant who hears this. They say that the mendicant named so and so has realized the undefiled freedom from heart and freedom by wisdom in this very life. So another monk has attained arahantship. And the monk leaves having realized it with his own insight due to the ending of defilements. That is the asavakkaya jnana, right? Ending of all the defilements, right? Arahantship. And then this monk thinks, well, that venerable can realize the undefiled freedom of heart and freedom by wisdom in this very life. Why can't I? That's the ego. If he can do, I can do too. That's the ego, type of ego. And we should use that ego to intensify the practice. After some time, relying on conceit, he gives up conceit.
What's the difference between conceit and identity? Identity.
Identity wave is about the 5 aggregates of clinging, the wrong notion of me, mine, I am myself. You can say conceit is a result of identity wave. So, in the same way, now this monk uses his conceit to become an arahant. In the same way, can we use the conceit? Oh, if my friend practices 8 precepts 2 times a month, why can't I? If my friend practices 8 precepts 4 times a month, why can't I?
Isn't that good Dhamma?
Yeah.
Following your friend?
Yeah, good one. Imitating good friends.
Bante, question.
Yeah.
This conceit, is it the same as the conceit in the fetters, the 8 fetters?
Conceit is yeah, kind of that, but it's leading somewhere else. It's leading
Arrogant, right?
yeah.
Arrogance, conceit is arrogant.
It's some level, but this leads in a good direction.
Okay. Yes, understand. Because he's just following. If the monk can do it, why can I?
Yeah,
Right.
you can understand the meaning.
Okay, thank you.
And there's a beautiful discourse about how one person used this conceit for his own benefit and benefit of others. Remember the discourse? How to find? Okay, Sutta Finder. If you are lucky, we will find the Sutta.
That's
Oh,
has
we
the
found
number.
it. We found it. Now we have the number. What is the number? Hey, see the number? Okay, now let's go to the Sutta Central. Remember the number, okay? How to find that? Friends, which screen you see now? Online friends. You see,
Sutta Pitaka.
you see the Sutta Central?
Yeah.
Okay, so please guide me. Where should I go?
Is there a book of
It's
fives?
a numerical, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
here.
Five.
Okay. Then,
Yeah, this one. Yes.
okay, then,
And then 5,
okay,
3, 4. Okay, this one, Bante.
Five.
okay,
5,
okay, then,
180. 180.
where?
There. The fourth 50.
Yeah, this one.
That
Yes.
one.
Yes.
The fourth 50.
Now?
Uh, yeah, this one.
That
Lay follower.
Now?
Lower.
Okay.
180. It's almost there.
Okay.
177 now.
Okay.
178.
Okay.
One more. Okay, this one. Gavesi.
Congratulations. That's a long way. Okay, let's read this sutta. This is a beautiful example of a wise person using conceit for the benefit of his own benefit and benefit of others. Who is going to read? Please start reading.
At one time, the Buddha was wandering in the land of the Kosalans together with a large sangha of monks. While traveling along a road, the Buddha saw a large sal grove in a certain spot. He left the road, went to the sal grove, and plunged deep into it. And at a certain spot, he smiled. Then Venerable Ananda thought, "What is the cause? What is the reason why the Buddha smiled? Realized ones do not smile for no reason." So Venerable Ananda said to the Buddha, "What is the cause? What is the reason why the Buddha smiled? Realized ones do not smile for no reason." Once upon a time, Ananda, there was a city in this spot that was successful and prosperous, populous, full of people. And Kassapa, a blessed one, a perfected one, a fully awakened Buddha, lived supported by that city. He had a lay follower called Gavesi, who had not fulfilled all the precepts. And the 500 lay followers who were taught and advised by Gavesi also had not fulfilled all the precepts. Then Gavesi thought, "I am the helper, leader, and advisor of these 500 lay followers, yet neither I nor they have fulfilled the precepts. We are in no way better, so let me do better." Then Gavesi went to those 500 lay followers and said to them, "From this day forth, may the venerables remember me as one who has fulfilled the precepts." Then those 500 lay followers thought, "The Venerable Gavesi is our helper, leader, and advisor, and now he will fulfill the precepts. Why don't we do the same?"
See how the conceit is used in a good way? Beautiful. Beautiful, friends. Please go ahead.
Then those 500 lay followers went to Gavesi and said to him, "From this day forth, may Venerable Gavesi remember these 500 lay followers as having fulfilled the precepts. Then Gavesi thought, I am the helper, leader, and advisor of these 500 lay followers, and both I and they have fulfilled the precepts. We're the same. I'm in no way better. So let me do better.
Okay, so let me explain something here. So fulfilling the precepts means, so before the friend Gavesi, he had some broken precepts. He had some problems with some precepts. So he was not keeping 5 precepts fully and purely. And his friends also the same. Maybe they were having parties, drinking, right? Or telling lies, or go hunting, fishing. So that's the meaning of not fulfilling the precepts. Okay, maybe having lots of fun by doing these things without paying attention to the precepts. Not that much of focus on keeping precepts. But now their leader, Gavesi, the friend Gavesi, wanted to fulfill the precept. So he made a determination. Okay, from now on, I'm not going to break any precept. So then I will be better than my friends. So then he started keeping 5 precepts well.
Is he a monk?
No, he's a lay person. Yeah. Ordinary person living in the home. So he started keeping precepts well. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, no intoxicants. Maybe he was a married person. He had a family also. And his friends also, maybe they were married, families, children, doing jobs, earning money, living the ordinary life. But now they start, and now since they heard the advice, our leader, our friend, he is keeping 5 precepts now. He has stopped fishing, hunting, drinking, right? So he has stopped doing all these things. So if he can do that, we should do the same. See that? And then all the 500 friends. So this is the history of India. So when you hear 500 friends for one person, is that possible? Don't think so. Even now in India, imagine a wedding, Indian wedding. They invite thousands of people. Thousands of people. We don't do that in the West. We don't do that in Sri Lanka, in Indonesia, Malaysia. No, we don't do like that. But it still happens in India. So still people have hundreds and thousands of friends. So in the same way, 2,500 years ago, these people have so many friends. So when you understand like that, you can relate to it. So Gavesi friend had 500 friends. All the 500 friends started keeping 5 precepts well. That's the Kalyanamitta, association of friends in the Dhamma, the power of that. They didn't think, oh, now he's not having that fun, so we should abandon him. We should go our way. They didn't think like that. They wanted to follow the good qualities of this friend because they knew our friend is our leader and he's wise, he's smart. If he makes a decision like this, it should be a good one. So we should follow him. We should imitate him. That's what is happening here. Can you please continue reading?
Yes. Thank you. Then Gaveshe went to those 500 lay followers and said to them, from this day forth, may the venerables remember me as one who is celibate, set apart, avoiding the vulgar act of sex. Then those 500 lay followers did the same.
So that means he decided to observe the celibate precepts, brahmacharya precept. He even goes beyond the abstaining from sexual misconduct precept, and he's now going to follow the advanced precept followed by the monks and nuns, right? So very advanced. And then his friends did the same. Amazing friends. Yes, please continue.
Then Gaveshi thought, these 500 lay followers are celibate, set apart, avoiding the vulgar act of sex. We're the same. I'm in no way better, so let me do better. Then Gaveshi went to those 500 lay followers and said to them, from this day forth, may the venerables remember me as one who eats in one part of the day, abstaining from eating at night, and from food at the wrong time. Then those 500 lay followers did the same.
Wow. So they are, okay, so what are these advanced steps? So first fulfill 5 precepts. Secondly, celibacy. Third one,
Eating proper time.
yeah, eating only in the morning time. That's a precept if you like to do. Yeah, that's a precept. And many doctors approve this now. Fasting. So you eat from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Or even 5:30, okay. If you're hungry, very hungry. 5:30 a.m. to 12 noon, you can eat anything. Anything means what is healthy, okay?
6 precepts.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean you're taking 6 precepts? You have
Yeah.
to recite 6 precepts?
Yeah, you can. So this is like imitating the precepts of monks and nuns. One of the 8 precepts. Normally you observe on Uposatha days. Same precept here. So you can eat from 5:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And after 12 noon, you start fasting until the following morning, 5:30 a.m. How many hours?
So when we are fasting, we only drink water. Like, can we drink some like orange juice?
Yeah, orange juice, any fruit juice, water, coffee. Yeah, just abstain from solid food basically. So you fasting from 12 noon to 5:30 a.m. the following morning. How many hours?
17 and a half.
17 and a half hours. What do you think? Is that a good practice? 17 and a half hours. And that intensifies your practice, your path to attain enlightenment. That also helps your health. So many benefits. And you are imitating the life of monks and nuns, at least from one aspect. That's what he did, but he's not a monk. He's just a lay person. But he wants to be advanced lay person. And he didn't ask his friends to follow him. But the friends respected him so much. So the friends wanted to do the same. Using the conceit in a good way. Please continue reading. But yeah.
Then Gaveshi thought, these 500 lay followers eat in one part of the day, abstaining from eating at night, and food at the wrong time. We're the same. I'm in no way better. So let me do better. Then The lay follower Gaveshi went up to the Blessed One Kassapa, the perfected one, the fully awakened Buddha, and said to him, Sir, may I receive the going forth, the ordination in the Buddha's presence? And he received the going forth, the ordination in the Buddha's presence. Not long after his ordination, the monk Gaveshi, living alone, withdrawn, diligent, keen, and resolute, realized the supreme culmination of the spiritual path in this very life. He lived, having achieved with his own insight the goal for which gentlemen rightly go forth from the lay life to homelessness.
Sadhu, sadhu. So what happened? He became a monk. He wanted to go higher and higher. So, see the purpose of becoming a monk? It's just to practice more wholesome qualities. There's no other purpose. Not to become rich, not to become famous, not to become this and that. It's just to develop more wholesome qualities. You can see here very clearly. So the next improvement is becoming a monk. Under which Buddha? Kassapa Buddha, not under Gautama Buddha. Now Gautama Buddha is revealing this, right? And that happened in one of the previous Buddhas, right? Think about the Gautama Buddha's knowledge to see past lives. Like this happens a long time ago when there was this Kassapa Buddha in the world. And where was he? In Sri Lanka, in Canada?
India.
Also in India. So, yes, please keep reading.
He understood. Rebirth is ended. The spiritual journey has been completed. What had to be done has been done. There is no return to any state of existence. And the monk Gaveshi became one of the perfected.
Oh, now he's an Arahant. And his name, same name. His lay name was Gavesi. And now his monk name? Arahant Gavesi. Arahant Gavesi. Is that he very fortunate? So fortunate.
Then those 500 lay followers thought, Venerable Gavesi is our helper, leader, and advisor. He has shaved off his hair and beard, dressed in ochre robes, and gone forth from the lay life to homelessness. Why don't we do the same? Then those 500 lay followers went up to the Blessed One Kassapa, the perfected one, the fully awakened Buddha, and said to him, Sir, may we receive the going forth and ordination in the Buddha's presence? And they did receive the going forth and ordination in the Buddha's presence.
Oh, isn't that amazing? These are the real friends we like to have. 501 new monks. Okay, one of them already an Arahant. Let's see what is going to happen to other 500 friends. Now they are monks. Okay, we cannot say friends, just friends, monks. Please continue reading.
Then the monk Gaveshi thought, I get the supreme bliss of freedom whenever I want, without trouble or difficulty. Oh, may these 500 monks do the same. Then those 500 monks, living alone, withdrawn, diligent, keen, and resolute, soon realized the supreme culmination of the spiritual path in this very life. They lived, having achieved with their own insight the goal for which gentlemen rightly go forth from the lay life to homelessness. They understood. Rebirth is ended. The spiritual journey has been completed. What had to be done has been done. There is no return to any state of existence. And so Ananda, those 500 monks, headed by Gaveshi, trying to go higher and higher, better and better, realize the supreme bliss of freedom. So you should train like this, trying to go higher and higher, better and better. We will realize the supreme bliss of freedom. That's how you should train.
Sadhu, sadhu. Is that a beautiful sutta? Very inspiring. So that is how they use conceit in a good way. If my friend can do, why can't I do? Right? So that is what was discussed here. Okay, so we discussed about 3 themes of the Dhamma. The first theme is relying on food. Can you everybody please read?
Relying on food, give up food.
Second
Relying
one.
on craving, give up craving.
Third one.
Relying on conceit, give up conceit.
Okay, so these are the 3 Dhamma themes explained by the Venerable Ananda Thero to that nun. And we are going to learn about one more Dhamma theme in the next Saturday. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So does anybody have any questions? You are welcome to ask.
Forgive me for asking this, Bhante. So sexual misconduct and celibacy, the difference is celibacy, you cannot have sex at all.
Yes.
Yes.
Like monks living?
Oh, like monk.
Yeah, like monk. Now, normally you practice that precept, lay people practice that precept on the Uposatha days. Yeah, same precept.
Sexual misconduct, you still can have sex.
Yeah, that's the family life they live.
Oh.
Yeah, in the ordinary life. So that's also when Buddha has explained how that is broken. Like somebody lives with another wife, somebody else's wife, or somebody else's husband. That precept is also broken.
You know, you said about craving, there is good craving, and you give us quite a number of good cravings. Why, from the Pali now, why is the translation still craving, which in my opinion has a negative connotation, and not desire for the good stuff?
Because in Pali also the same word is used. Or you mean you like to see a different word instead of craving?
Yes, if I had a good English translation, and when the number of good cravings would be desires. You know, desire has a positive.
You can use any word you like.
Yeah, I know, but you know what in the Pali? So the Pali is basically the same, is it?
Desire sometimes they means chanda.
Yeah, different translations. But you got the idea, right? That is what is most important.
So for those who watch the videos on the website about sex, is there a kind of sexual misconduct online?
No. That's called sense unrestraint of senses. Indriya asangvaro. Unrestraint of senses. Yeah. The third precept is related to a bodily action.
Okay.
Yeah. And these are very good questions, because some people had questions before. They thought eating meat breaks the third precept. Yeah. Because they thought you have craving for meat, and then it's kind of a breaking precept. No. Even in Sri Lanka, some people misunderstood. They didn't know that the description given by the Buddha about the breaking of the third precept. They didn't know. So some people misinterpreted it. If you eat meat, you break the third precept. That's what they interpreted it. Nothing to do with that. There's a very clear explanation about how you break the precept.
And some people at the supermarket, or they choose some locals. Oh, I want to eat this, and then cook this for me. So is that breaking the precept?
Breaking precept. Breaking the first precept.
The fish.
Yeah. Killing animals.
Eating
Don't do it, okay?
yeah, whatever.
Linda, you do it?
No. Bhante, when we take the 8 precepts, can we, when we are walking with our son or our son, can we hold their hand or do like this? Is it breaking the 8 precepts? Like, I mean,
No, you don't break.
no.
How can you break precepts for that?
Because like I know with the Bhante, we are not allowed to touch their hand or even like, I mean,
No, we touch our monk's hands.
yeah, but the lady and the monk were not supposed to.
Yeah, because they are following a higher training.
It's
But
a difference.
it's not in the 8 precepts.
Oh, that's not it.
So Bhante, for the relying on food, give up food. Can you explain more? Can you explain?
Relying?
The first one, relying on food, give up the food.
Yeah.
So we just have to keep reciting about that, not for indulgence.
No, the reciting is just one part of it, just to remember it. But during like eating, we have that understanding inside.
It's very difficult.
Because we are carried away by the taste, smell, taste, color, all these things. Yeah, but this is the gradual training, little by little, little by little.
Okay, in our mind.
Yeah, keep in mind. Yeah.
But we can enjoy the food.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just.
And the tanha is there. When you enjoy the tanha is that one.
And because of that tanha, maybe you can't even observe 8 precepts. Because you have to avoid dinner, right? If you have a strong desire, craving for food, you cannot keep that precept. So it helps.
So is that relying on food, give up food means since we give up food, we are free from the desire of food. We do not control by it and free from the suffering.
It's not about giving up food. It's the giving up craving for food. But to do that, you use the same food you are eating. That's how this topic comes about. Yeah.
The craving for the craving.
You are using a wise reflection about the food to give up craving for food. Okay. And we discussed about that wise reflection last class. And we just briefly discussed about that today. When you are eating, you contemplate on the true meaning of it. It's not for bodybuilding or muscles or beauty or decoration. It's not for intoxication. It's just for the to overcome hunger.
And you said there is a good explanation. Buddha gave a good explanation for eating meat. I personally still have a huge problem with eating meat because I think it's indirect killing.
So what should I do?
I know the explanation. It's not for me directly and all this, but
Keep learning Dhamma. Keep learning Dhamma. I was a strong vegetarian too before I became a monk. So keep learning.
Accept it because Buddha said you accept whatever is given into your bone.
Yeah, because Buddha was not a vegetarian. One day I asked, there was another person I met, and before he was a vegetarian, now he is not a vegetarian. I asked, how come you stop your practice? And he said, Bhante, if Buddha was able to attain enlightenment by not being a vegetarian, like what should I think?
It's the same idea, right? Same.
It's not about the type of the food. Yeah, it's yeah, but it's for some people it's difficult to understand. But that's okay. You just keep practicing Dhamma, and there are 1,000 discourses to study, right? And I told the same thing for somebody who didn't believe in rebirth, right? Recently, we had a discussion, and then I told the same thing. Don't worry if you don't believe in rebirth. That's okay for now. There are 18,000 discourses to study, and you are going to learn a lot about karma, rebirth, and defilements, past lives, future lives. There's a lot to learn. So you keep learning, and the Dhamma will do what is necessary at the right time. So it's like this. So we should not think to be like a 100% follower of the Buddha in one day. Right? It's a gradual training. That's okay. Yeah. Some people have difficulties of understanding precepts, understanding this some of the teaching. So what they need is just patience. You cannot understand everything in one day. And also, if people don't understand some of the things in the Dhamma, for example, somebody would say, I don't understand about this vegetarian and non-vegetarian thing, and we should not insult them. We should not put them down. We should give them time to learn, time to study, time to come to their own understanding. This is a very, open Dhamma, right? Anybody can come and take whatever they like from this Dhamma, put that into the practice. But as monks, we should always teach what Buddha taught, right? So if Buddha taught the eating meat is not indirectly involved in killing, so you're not breaking precepts when you are eating meat, I have to say that because that was taught by the Buddha, not by me, right? So I had to tell that. But the people have their own yeah, they can take their time.
Yeah, I have a question about that the voice reflection of food. So, na mother. So, what is this mother here? It is a Yobbana mother. Then
That's the
Jivita mother. Is that the one referring it?
yeah, that intoxication means like like Yobbana mother, the pride of youth, right? Pride
Yes,
of
yes.
youth, or any intoxication idea, right? People do bad things when they are intoxicated by the pride of youth, pride of health, pride of life, Buddha taught us. So that means, for example, somebody would think, okay, I should eat a lot and I should make a very good body. I should do bodybuilding, and my intention is to kill somebody with a strong body, to hit somebody, right? You can say that that's kind of an idea of coming from that intoxication, kind of intoxication. So you use your body for a different purpose. So to do that, you eat with a different intention. That's kind of an example for an intoxication. Okay, Prasad?
Yeah, okay, Swami. That's a bohong ping, Swami.
But I have a question on 4 more precepts that we want to add. Pisuna vacha vedamani sikkhapadan samadhiyami, parsuna vacha vedamani sikkhapadan samadhiyami, sampappalapa vedamani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. And I want to ask about miccha jiva vedamani sikkhapadan samadhiyami. I undertake the precept to refrain from wrong means of livelihood. So the other 3 are on speech. So if we take those 3 every day, for speech. That way we become more mindful of what comes out of our sharp tongues,
Yeah, definitely, yes.
right? And so if we add these to our daily living and train our mind, that would help, right, Bhante?
Definitely, yes.
And this Michcha Jiva Vedamani, what can you explain a little bit about that? I know it's not killing living beings, but also it's more than that. Like not selling, I guess, meats, I don't know, or liquors or intoxicating drugs. Is that all encompassed inside the Michcha Jiva Vedamani?
Yes, they are. There is a sutta. You know how to find a sutta? This is called Sutta Finder, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Vanija. Anguttara 4.79. Is that the one? No, maybe 5.177. So we go to that sutta. If when these trades should not be done by a lay follower of Buddha. He's also related to abstaining from Michcha Jiva. So trade in weapons, living creatures, trade in animals for meat. This is not the correct translation. Trade in intoxicants, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes. Don't open a shop with this. And then trade in poisons. Okay.
Right.
So, and also slavery.
That's also
Selling
not
humans also included here. That's called trade in living creatures. So that. So, and then selling animals for slaughtering. Okay. So should be avoided.
Okay.
So those are abstain from those trades included in the Samma Jiva. And also when you do a job, you don't cheat others. And when if you are doing a shop, when you measure things, you don't cheat. Yeah. Basically, you are honest with your occupation. How you serve the people, you are honest. So that's a precept. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.